What up, though, Detroit? First off, I want to say, go blue, all day, baby. A-E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! All day. Dallas sucks, all day.
Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today we got a few things we need to talk about. But before we get started, if you could, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. So this week, or this upcoming few days from now, Dallas week. As y'all know, it's a rivalry game. We don't bang with Dallas, not one bit. We don't really care for them. Honestly, it's not nice to kick somebody when they down, but when it comes to Dallas, I could care less. So it's nice to see that they going through what they going through, because they always talking, man. I know we talk too, but they always talking like, yeah, I know y'all won 5 Super Bowls, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be, man. But that was back when I was 3 years old, baby. I'm a grown man now. Y'all ain't even sniffing NFC Championship. So with that being said, man, we played Dallas this week. I would shout them out, but you already know what I want to say. F Dallas, man. I don't like them. For real, I don't even want to go to Texas. Keep it a beam, but it is what it is. They got to go down there. They got to do what they got to go do, handle business. But with that being said, man, some things we need to talk about. As some of y'all know, or if you don't know, Dak Prescott, $60 million man, will not be playing this Sunday at 4:25 against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's always something with this guy, man. I understand, something's wrong with him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got some type of injury, hamstring, or it might be something more than that. But last time I heard, it was a hamstring injury, what they had it listed as. So he's going to be out on IR for 4 weeks. We won't be seeing him, but we will have Cooper Rush in place of Dak Prescott. So with that being said, Cooper Rush, he's still a player, man. He's still somebody that's been in this system for some time now. I think he was even there when Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator for that team. And there's been games where I watched Cooper Rush play, and he does pretty well, man. He knows he plays his game. He's not going to go out here and try to be throwing deep balls unless it's open, whatever the case may be. But he's going to take what's going to be given to him. Take what's given to him. The defense is given to him. Excuse me. So, yeah, man. I just think all in all, this should be a good game for the Eagles. Coming into this game, it's terrible, man. I did not expect the Cowboys to be this bad, but Cowboys are 30th in rush defense, where you have the Eagles second in rush offense. So shout out to Saquon Barkley and the running backs on the team. And I'm gonna get into that too, but this should be a very run-heavy offense. You're still going to throw the ball and things like that, but it should be a run-heavy offense. We shouldn't go out here try to get too cute. As you've seen last game, they damn near smoked us. You feel what I'm saying? From the play calling, I don't want to say play calling, but decision-making, on part of Nick Sirianni. And hopefully he's going into this game with a better mindset. We ain't got to do too much, especially with this being a short week. We really need to be looking – I don't want to look too far ahead, but – we play Washington on Thursday night. So you have your game on Sunday with the short week, and then you play Washington Thursday night. So we're going to see how it goes, man. But I wanted to get into some of these injuries, because before I got on here, and I've been seeing, other content creators have been putting out there that they're talking about Jalen Hurts being injured, having an ankle injury. Now, Nick Sirianni tried to spin it, tried to say, I thought you was talking about somebody else, but it's too late, brother. You know what I'm saying? And he's on, and Jalen Hurts is on the injury report labeled as rest, but now we're thinking it's ankle injury. So, and I don't know, man. If you play, I know he's probably gonna play through it, because it's Jalen Hurts. But I feel as though if he does have an injury, I hope it don't get any worse than what it is. Jalen's been playing at a very, very high level. These last, especially out of the bye week, but it was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little piss poor. Early in the season, I had to get at him. I was a little upset, but I'm glad to see he got back on track, man. But with him playing on a bum ankle, he's still playing like this. Hey, man, I can't be mad at him. So I just hope, though, he takes caution, and when he play, if he does play, I think he will play. But I think he just needs to take caution when he's out there, making sure he ain't trying to do too much himself. I know. And I kind of wish Nick Sirianni didn't say that, because he's also a run threat on that offense. So I feel like they might try to play him different just to see, if he bite. But I think I think Nick should have probably tried to keep that a little bit more in-house, but now that that's out there, we don't know if he's telling the truth or not. We will see Sunday. Like I said, I do think Jalen Hurts plays on Sunday, has a decent game, but like I said, with this offense or this game plan for the offense should be running the ball, and with their rush defense being so bad, I think you can implement a game well and a Will Shipley into this game and have them be effective. I don't know how far these guys are in the playbook, or I know they all know the playbook, but some players out there to block, some players out there to make a play. So I mean, you can make a play blocking, but make a play on offense and get some yards. But yeah, man, I just want to see some more of the running backs. I've been a big proponent on this channel for Will Shipley. I hope Kenny Gainwell can step up, and then whoever else is back there, they decide to use. Anai Smith, he's another player that you can use in the backfield. And see what he can do. I know he ain't been to, and I know it's his first year. He's gonna be like a Nolan Smith, man. He gonna come on next year. I already know. But even if he is, because they have been using him in the offense, maybe they try to use him in the backfield as a running back, wherever the case may be. But just want to see some running in this game, man. But not trying to overwork Saquon Barkley. I was watching the Philly fans, and shout out to the Philly fan. If y'all don't follow him, another Eagles content creator. But he had put up a video before I got on here that I watched, and he was showing the highlights of the last game from the Jaguars game, and you can see Saquon, he's getting pulled down by his leg, and when he hits the ground, you can see him like tighten up. So I see he's also on here with the rest, so I'm hoping they're not overdoing it with him. Like I said, he's on pace, man, for almost 300 plus carries, which is not good. It's not good, man. So I love seeing what my man's doing. He ended up getting drug tested because my man was out here doing freestyle street volume 2 moves, whatever the case was, on regular day players, jumping over people and whatnot, but ended up giving my man a drug test. But shout out to Saquon, man. Third time in a row, NFC Player of the Week. I don't understand what the Giants were thinking. Every time I see something crazy like Saquon does, I do not. I mean, and I can kind of understand why they got rid of him, because all due respect, he ain't been doing well either. So, but man, having Saquon has been a blessing. But I do not want to block our blessing from just over usage. He's been very productive, but we want him to be even more productive as we get to the latter part of this season, as our schedule gets a little bit harder, and also like while you got games like this, like I said, work some of these guys in, man. Our defense too on that backside. They talking about Jalen Hurts might get a bigger role. He's another player I've been talking about. He got that big frame. He's quick, athletic, long pause, but him coming off the edge. I know they talked about Bryce Huff being in trade talks. It is what it is with Bryce, but my thing is this, man. If they can find a way to get Bryce somewhat productive, it would be nice. But if my man Jalen Hurts got to come in, I think he can do the job. As you know, that was one of the players that Vic was very high on in the draft. So shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Bryce Huff too, man. I really want to see my man come on. So not gonna spend too much time on that, but hope to see them guys play this upcoming Sunday, because like this is the game for it. This is the game to get that confidence up, especially going into a short week. Get that confidence up. Maybe Bryce Huff get a sack, or whatever the case may be. Some players, make some plays. Get your confidence up for this Redskin game. But like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead in that. But I also want to talk about the defense. I want to talk about the linebackers, man. Again, ranked number. The best two linebackers this week, once again, were who? Zach Bone and Nakobe Dean. Shout out to them guys, man. Both of them getting the I think, they both got an interception this past game. Nakobe Dean's been coming on, as y'all know. We done talked about it on the channel many a times. We didn't know how Nakobe Dean was going to pan out, but Nakobe Dean has been making plays, boy. If you've seen the mic'd up video that the Eagles put out this past week, or I think it might have been yesterday, even so, but put the mic'd up video, and Nakobe Dean says in the first quarter, Nakobe Dean's like, I can see them running that play at the end of the game. And who makes the game-sealing interception? Nakobe Dean. Shout out to Coach Casper, too, for telling him to keep them feet moving, baby. Don't keep them feet moving and keep them hips right. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to Coach Casper. Shout out to Nakobe Dean, though. That shows an IQ. That shows the reason why the Eagles probably spent so much time on trying to get him right, because his IQ right there, crazy. Caught that in the first quarter just to make a play, just to make a play at the end of the game. You can't ask for no more than that, man. But those two guys, Zach Bond, shout out to Zach Bond, because I'm telling you, I didn't even think he was going to be. I ain't gonna say he was going to be bad, but I didn't think he was going to be like this. This man has been balling. So if some which way or another, how we can get out that checkbook and get this man signed quick and in a hurry. So shout out to them guys, man. Shout out to the whole defense. Shout out to Quinyon. They've been targeting him. 0 touchdowns allowed. Coupe DeVille, a.k.a. Cooper DeJean, balling out of his mind. He's another player that shows his IQ. It's crazy, man. Them two guys, him and Q, are like blessing in disguise, man. Who for your first and your second to hit this fast, you couldn't ask for nothing more. So it's really good to see, man. Shout out to Vic Fangio. Shout out to the coaches too, the assistant coaches, Bobby King, Jeremiah Washburn, all those guys, man. Christian Parker. Those position coaches really been showing out this year, man, getting these guys right. So it's really nice to see, man. We got some coherent coaches, some people that, that know what they're doing, getting these guys right. So with that being said, I want to get to my last point because I don't want to hold y'all too long. But Jordan Mailata was on WIP, right? Spoke about the bye week, Now since the bye week, we've been 4-0. You feel what I'm saying? Office went to and it was the offensive line. They said there was some offensive players too as well. But the offensive line pretty much went to the coaches and were saying that, in Jordan Mailata's words, that, we're a good offensive line. You don't have to rely on AJ. You don't have to rely on Smitty or Dallas. You have a good offensive line. So I just like to hear that, man, because we do really have a good offensive line. And as you can see, the holes that they can create, the holes that they can create for Saquon and the other running backs, how many other teams got there? So being able to utilize all the different skill sets on of your players on the team is always good to do. So I'm glad to. And he also said too. He said, "Did they hear us?" Wait, how he say? He said, "Did they listen or did they hear us?" It's heavy, because sometimes people just to be talking and one end and go out the other, and you just do what you want to do. But I gotta credit the coaches for taking heed to what the players said, because they're out there on the field. They see a lot of things. You even hear. I know I'm rambling on, but you even hear in the mic'd up episode with Jalen Hurts talking about, he's telling the coach where I guess they were on wide 6, something like that. I can't remember what he said, but he just recognized a certain scheme or a certain defense and was like, and how he could attack it, which was the touchdown to Smitty. So shout out to Hurts, man. I like to see his progression, his growth over these few years, because, we all been hard on him. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It's all level over this way. So, but yeah, man, with that being said, man, I'm probably going to go live after the game on Sunday. I don't know if I'll make another video before the game. If any news comes out, significant news comes out, I will. But I really do appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, man, watching the channel. Subscribers are going up. If you've been making it to the end of these joints, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe. Drop some comments below, man, so we could talk. If you got an opinion or anything that you wanted me to speak about, just let me know, man. I try to keep it an open book around here, especially when it comes to the birds. So, but one other thing too, I'm gonna reach out to Mr. Reggie as well. Hopefully we get a Mean Green podcast this week. We'll try to probably do it after the game, because I think I did talk to him last week, and we're trying to keep it on Sundays. But with our schedules, you just never know. So, but yeah, man. With that being said, it's not from the No Cut Sports podcast. Once again, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, watching, and if you could, please like, comment, and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. Y'all already know. Whoa. One more thing, man. Go Birds. I'ma holla at y'all, baby. Be safe.